You finish teaching your lesson, and you notice one of your students sitting quietly, completely withdrawn from the rest of the class. A few moments later, another student approaches you privately and shows you troubling messages circulating in a class group chat. We are going to walk through the exact step-by-step process you need to follow to document and report a digital safety incident. By following these steps, you will ensure you protect the student without violating school policy or compromising a future investigation. To execute this plan, you need two things in place right now: immediate access to your school's standard incident reporting form and the names of your designated student support personnel. Protecting a student's digital safety is an institutional system. By following these reporting protocols, you become the critical first link in a professional support network. Step 1 is securing the initial report. When a student comes to you with compromised information, listen carefully in a private setting. Stay calm and let them share what they know without reacting abruptly. This visual breakdown shows what to do and what to avoid. You must resist the urge to conduct your own investigation. Do not confront students publicly. Do not pull several students aside for questioning, and do not confiscate devices in the hallway. You also need to maintain strict confidentiality. Never forward screenshots of the incident to your colleagues, and avoid discussing the details in open staff areas. Once you have secured the information, step 2 is documentation. Your official incident report must be built entirely on observable facts, leaving out personal opinions or emotional interpretations. This mock-up shows a standard school incident report form. When you fill out these text entry fields, you have to be careful to distinguish between a subjective assumption and an objective fact. If you write "Student B is cyberbullying Student A," you are making an emotional assumption. You need to cross this out. Writing a conclusion like this implies an investigation has already happened. Instead, stick exactly to what you saw and heard. Write, "Student A showed me a message from Student B that said," and then quote the exact language used. That is the sequence you will follow every time. Observe the situation, document the facts exactly as they were presented to you, then report those facts to the designated authorities. Writing down clear, objective facts protects the procedural integrity of the investigation. By keeping your assumptions out of the report, you avoid escalating the conflict, and you give your administration a clean record to work from. Now that the facts are documented, step 3 is the handoff. You will pass your factual report, along with any provided evidence, directly to your school's designated support personnel. Your guidance counselor is your mandatory first stop. They need immediate access to this information so they can assess the student's emotional well-being and begin providing necessary psychological triage. From there, you evaluate the severity of the incident. If the concern involves repeated harassment, direct threats, physical safety risks, or clear violations of school policy, the issue crosses the threshold for administrative escalation. This flowchart maps the formal response pathway you will use to escalate the issue. The process starts with you at the teacher node. You hand the report to the guidance node, and for serious threats, it branches out directly to the administration node. Expanding the administration node reveals their specific mandate. School administrators, not classroom teachers, are responsible for executing disciplinary actions and conducting formal investigations. Keeping a hard line between your initial observation and the administration's formal investigation is crucial. It ensures the response stays legally compliant and sensitive information remains confidential. Proper escalation transfers the complex burden of discipline away from your classroom. It places that responsibility squarely into the safety of established school protocols. There is one final group required to complete this response network: the student's parents or guardians. You should engage parents only when explicitly directed by your broader response team. Waiting for this direction prevents premature or isolated communication that could interfere with an ongoing investigation. When it is time to meet, you must maintain a specific tone. Keep your communication strictly factual and highly respectful. Focus the entire conversation on ensuring the student's safety, rather than assigning blame. You also need to avoid oversharing. Limit the details of the incident, sharing sensitive information only with the specific individuals who have a strict need to know. A coordinated approach between the school and the home ensures that safety protocols are applied consistently, providing the student with continuous oversight across both environments. By executing these steps, you have successfully contained the initial incident. You objectively documented the facts, and you fully integrated that report into your school's response machinery. This diagram illustrates the completed structural framework that now protects the vulnerable student. 4 core pillars maintain the structure. As a teacher, you recognize the threat and report the facts. Guidance personnel provide support. Administrators coordinate action, and parents reinforce safety at home. Below this video, you will find a factual documentation checklist. Download it now and keep it permanently attached to your blank incident reporting forms. Sustaining digital safety requires the disciplined, factual, and coordinated teamwork of the entire school community.